after this roadways, we have the next very important part that is called as railways. So roadways is done. Within the roadways we have the railways. Within the landways we have the roadways, and the second one is railways. So few things I just want to tell you about the railways also. Railway is the best mode of transportation if you are transporting large number of passengers as well as the products from one place to another place. It is the largest public undertaking, government company that is providing government jobs to n number of people. And the first railway track was established from Mumbai to Thane in 1853. The distance was 34 kilometers. Some advantages of railways are that it is the best mode of transportation for carrying large loads as well as the large number of passengers, and it is very economical also. If you compare with the other countries, then the tickets or the ticket prices of the Indian Railway is very minimum, I must say, and the large number of people are also getting employed in this railway sector with all amenities, all facilities. So these are some positives about the railways. And some negatives if we talk now. So what can be the negatives here? So Indian Railway is struggling with the facilities. If you compare with the world network, so the world is talking about the bullet train, metro train, hyperloop now came. What is hyperloop? Hyperloop is a special train, the latest train that is running in a vacuum. No particular air will be there. In a vacuum space it is running with full maximum speed, more than the aeroplane. The speed is more than the aeroplane of the hyperloop. So testing is also going in India, but in a very initial phase. Okay. So if you want to talk about the world level, so India is lagging a lot, and we have to invest. We have to work a lot to come closer to the world standard. That is true. Apart from that, the second very important negative part about the railway is that the people sometimes are traveling without ticket in large number, without ticket, which is direct revenue loss to the railways. If revenue will not generate in large quantity, then how the facility will increase? So that is the second very important problem. The third one is the people are damaging the railway property. Like sometimes they are stealing the fan or the other railway property. That is not at all good. So strict punishment or strict monitoring should be done by the railway department, so that this type of cases should not be seen in upcoming future. So these are some positives and these are some negatives what we have seen about the railways. I hope you better understood. Total we have about 7,033 railway stations we have, and there are certain gauges are there, like wider gauge, moderate gauge and narrow gauge we have. So gauge is basically the width of the railway tracks, and we have one uni gauge also. Nowadays uni gauge is also very famous, under which we are trying to have one particular common railway track for all type of trains. So this type of modernization is also happening. Some other particular changes that has been taken place in the recent past is that some technological changes we have seen, like digital form of ticket, it is available, Wi-Fi in stations now it is available. Okay, so this type of changes are done by our Indian Railway Department. Previously railway was very important department, and we were having separate railway budget in our government. But nowadays railway budget is also coming with the common national budget. So this is also we have to consider. Apart from railways, we have the next very important one that is called as pipelines. Pipelines. Okay. So before starting pipelines, I must tell you about railways also. Railways connecting within the country also different places, and it is also connecting one country to another country. For example, if suppose Chhattisgarh to Delhi you are going to, it is connecting one state to another state. But if you are going India to Pakistan, so it is called as international railway tracks. And we have one particular train also dedicated for the India and Pakistan, that is called as Samjhauta Express. Similarly, here we have the pipeline. So pipeline can also be within the home and one country to another country also. And the pipeline, best example, like in our home we are getting water, है ना? So for water, how it is coming? It is coming through pipes. It is coming through pipes. So similarly, for liquid item, for semi-liquid item, for gas item, or for even solid item also we can transport through the pipelines. How solid item we can transport through pipelines? We cannot make it exactly the solid, but we have to convert first the solid material into the slurry format. Slurry format, have you seen? Slurry format, I just want to explain you the slurry, like when we are constructing the road, so we are pouring this slurry, and then after 2 or 3 hours, or after 4 or 5 hours, it is becoming the solid. Or when we are doing the lintel work, of the house, so first of all we are pouring this slurry, and then after 6 hours or 7 hours, the slurry is becoming solid. So I hope now you understood what is slurry. So here pipelines is basically used to transport slurry or the liquid or the gas, like that, है ना? So here some important pipelines are like from Gujarat to Punjab, Gujarat to Uttar Pradesh, है ना? Assam to Uttar Pradesh. So these are some important pipelines that is there in India. Okay. So I hope that this is very much clear to all of you. The petroleum products are transported through the pipelines only, है ना? Some foreign countries that are giving petroleum to India is coming in India through the pipelines only, है ना? So these pipelines are making a large contribution to our daily life. Okay. Now we'll discuss about the waterways. So here, waterways, let us discuss first of all about the positives and negatives. Positives and negatives. Fine. So what are the positives of waterways? So positives of waterways, the first very important positive part is that here it is the cheapest mode of transportation. Cheapest mode of transportation. This is the very very important. This can come in your board examination also. What is the cheapest mode of transportation? By the way, in examination, the advantages and disadvantages based question is always coming. You can turn the previous year question papers, and you can see that the question is basically coming from the positive as well as negative of the entire mode of transportation, apart from the other questions. Okay, so the biggest advantage is it is the cheapest one. It is eco-friendly also because it is making less pollution. Eco-friendly, and it is best for the bulky goods or the for commercial purpose. Now it is best one. Okay, because it is eco-friendly also, it is cheapest also. So when it is cheapest, so always your profit will increase. Okay, what is the negative point? It is the slowest, slowest. And the second one is that India is having large coastal plain of large coastal plain we have from Gujarat to West Bengal, but we are not able to use those all important coastal areas of our India. One survey has conducted which says that suppose India is having 100% potential in waterways, so we are only using less than 5% of it, so great future is there in the waterways that we can do in future, but right now it is very average performance we are doing in the waterways. Okay, apart from that, beta, the more than 90% of the international trade is happening through the waterways only. We have so many major ports, like ports, better this port now is always coming in map. Whenever you will see the map based questions, always the port will come in that. Like we have, suppose this is India, again we will make the map of India here. So in the coastal areas, these are the coastal areas, you can see, these are the coastal areas. So like in West Bengal we have Haldia, in Odisha we have Paradip, okay. Then in Andhra Pradesh we have Visakhapatnam. Then in Kerala we have Tuticorin, then in sorry, this is Tamil Nadu, okay. Tamil Nadu we have Tuticorin. Then in Kerala we have Cochin, okay. Karnataka we have New Mangalore, fine. Then in Gujarat we have Haldia port. In Goa we have Mormugao port, fine. So these are the port which always comes in your main examination, board examination. And this year one guarantee from my side, you take one question 110% will come from this particular port-based question. Apart from this port, now some international airports are also very famous, such as one is in Amritsar, that is Raja Sansi International Airport. One is in Delhi, that is known as Indira Gandhi International Airport. One is in this Chennai area, that is called as Minambakkam International Airport. So some question may come from the international airport also, but this is the question that is very very famous in map, and one question 110% will definitely come in your board examination. Okay. So apart from that, like we have national highway, similarly we have national waterways also. So national waterway number 1 is based on the Ganga river, and it is connecting two very important places, that is Allahabad to Haldia, and Allahabad is in Uttar Pradesh and Haldia is in West Bengal. Okay, the national highway number 2 is based on Brahmaputra. Similarly, we have 3, 4, 5 national highways that you must see very nicely. Sometimes questions are coming from this particular topic also.